Hey everyone, it's Amber, and today I'm going to be showing you the top 5 books that I really want to read in the fall. Now, fall time is kind of a time where I like to read mostly fantasy. I love fantasy, and some sci-fi, but mostly like strictly fantasy. Sometimes I'll read like paranormal romance stuff, but pretty much I think every single book on this list is a fantasy book. So you could call this like my fantasy TBR, but of course I have way more books than 5 on my TBR of fantasy books, but for now this is just my tentative TBR for the fall and books that I really have been wanting to read for a while and things that I really want to get to this fall. So I wanted to kind of talk to you guys about this quickly before I get into the video. I've actually made a schedule for myself to upload videos, so I upload now every single Monday and every single Thursday. I don't know if you guys have noticed that, but I've been doing it for a few weeks now just to see if it's a schedule that works for me before I tell you guys about it. But now that it has worked for me for about 3 weeks, I'm telling you guys about it and letting you know that I am officially uploading on every Monday and Thursday. So you guys can expect videos from me those 2 days of the week. And yeah, so that's about it for my little update. I just want to make a schedule for uploading while I was going into school just to make sure that I was consistently uploading and not like forgetting to upload some days. So now I know I have strict days that I upload, which are Monday and Thursday, so you can catch me on those 2 days. But now I'll get into my fall TBR. These are no particular order, by the way, they're just completely random. One of them I've already started, and that one is Rebel Spring by Morgan Rhodes. I really love this series. I'm about halfway through this book right now and I'm loving it. I love all the characters, and if you don't know what this book is about, it is basically kind of described as a young adult Game of Thrones. There is Cleo, who is a princess, Magnus, who is a prince, and then Jonas, who lives in a poor kingdom and his like struggles with that and eventually him like rising above that. So it follows those 3 characters mainly, but it does follow other characters once you get into the other books. I can tell that every single book is going to get bigger and more epic, and I just can't wait to get further into this series. I really like the characters and I want to see where the romances are going and stuff like that. And I'm really excited to continue with this, so it is definitely on my TBR for this fall. The next book on my list is actually one that I had in my September TBR, which is up now, and you can click the little I to go see that if you're interested. And that is The Witch Hunter by Virginia Boaker. This book, I've heard really great things about it, but it's very underhyped, I think. I don't know. I haven't read it yet, so I don't know like if it's good or not. It follows a girl named Elizabeth Gray, and she is a witch hunter, and then she gets accused of being a witch. So then this wizard offers her a deal. If she can break the curse that he has on him, then he will help her like not be wanted anymore for being a witch. So apparently there are pirates and ghosts and witches and all this stuff in this book, and I'm so excited to read this. It just sounds like such a fun fantasy read. I believe the first 2 books are out right now, and I'm just so excited for this. I'm beyond excited. Definitely let me know if you've read this and what you thought about it, because I am very excited, because I really like underrated books for some reason. Not to say I don't like books that are hyped up a lot, but sometimes it's really nice to just read a book that you were interested in, not because you've heard a lot about it, but because you just kind of liked the premise and like what you have like read from the back of it. And from what I read from the back of it, I really want to read this and I'm super excited for it. So definitely let me know if you've read it and what you thought. The next book on my list is actually a series, and that series is the Throne of Glass series. I just finished Heir of Fire last night, and guys, let me tell you, it was amazing. Heir of Fire is definitely my favorite one in the series so far. That's the furthest I've read. I'm not like rereading it or anything. So next, I've heard that you're supposed to read The Assassin's Blade after you finish Heir of Fire so you can get some background information on Selena and like her life before the series. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to start this today and get this read. So I'm already in the process of reading this series, but I would love to read this and Queen of Shadows, at least those 2 before fall ends, and maybe not Empire Storms yet, but well, I don't want to like have to wait forever for the next book because it's just Sarah. I just need it. I need all the books now because I'm like already sitting here just patiently waiting for the next book in A Court of Thorns and Roses because it's so good. I just love all of Sarah's books, and I'm sure you guys know what this is about, but if you don't, it's about a female assassin and basically all this stuff that happens with her, and I don't want to explain like too much about it because I'm pretty sure you guys know what it's about. But if you don't, it's fantasy. It's about a female assassin. Read it. It's so good. The next book that is on my fall TBR is An Ember in the Ashes by Sabaa Tahir, and this book is a fantasy, and it is set in this world that is based on ancient Rome, which is so cool. I've never read a book with that sort of setting before. It follows two characters, and one of them is Laia, and she is a slave, and the other one is Elias, and he is a soldier that's in this like training program. I don't know too much else about this book other than that, but it sounds so good, and I've heard great things about this book and this series, and I know the second one, A Torch Against the Night, just came out, so I am very excited to read this, and hopefully I will get it read this fall. The last book I have on my tentative fall TBR is The Kiss of Deception by Mary E. Pearson, and this series is so interesting to me because it follows a girl, and she's a princess, and she escapes her wedding, and then these two guys are like following her, and one of them is the prince that she was supposed to marry, and the other one is an assassin that has been sent to kill her. And I know that there's a romance in it, and you don't know which one is the prince and which one is the assassin. So I feel like that's so interesting, and I'm really excited to read about that. This is just something that I haven't ever seen before, and I think is super duper cool and super duper interesting. Definitely let me know if you've read this down below. I know that the third one of this just came out. I think it's called The Heart of Betrayal. So definitely let me know what you guys thought of this series. I have heard great things about it, and I'm really, really excited to get into it. Those are about all the books that I really, really, really want to read this fall. Obviously I have more than that, but these are like the main 5 that I really want to get to. I just love fantasy in the fall, so these are all fantasy books because fantasy is just like, I don't know, it's just a genre that I just see myself like curled up with a cup of tea, just reading some fantasy books. It feels just very fallish to me. I love fantasy books, but in the fall I just feel like there's that much more like magical, especially because like Halloween, and Halloween is kind of a very fantasy-ish holiday. But definitely let me know what books you guys like to read in the fall. So I'm really interested to hear what books that you guys enjoy reading in the fall, and if it's like kind of a universal thing that everyone kind of likes fantasy during the fall. Also, feel free to leave video recommendations down below. I'd love to hear what you guys want to see, especially if there are any like fall tags or like fallish videos, or even not fallish videos, or like Halloween stuff. Like whatever you guys want to see on my channel, just definitely let me know down below, and I'll try to make sure to do that. But that is about it for this video. I will leave all of my social media down below, and feel free to give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and you can also subscribe down below if you want to see more of my videos. I post every Monday and Thursday, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!